What's up YouTube, Dale here from Zephyr War Games, and we're here today with Rob's Fists and Kicks, is what I want to call it, but it's like dual avatar deck. So this is the pure dual avatar. It's been put on a little bit of a budget. There are a couple of expensive cards in there that will change out, and we'll talk about what you can use instead. But this is a brand new art type that came out in Phantom Rage, and it's also getting more support in Blazing Vortex. And Blazing Vortex already changes the complete aspect of the way this deck is played. Right now, in my opinion, it only consists of, I think, like 3 or 4 supers, 1 secret rare, which you need at 3, and then 1 ultra rare, which will eventually probably be played at 2, maybe played at 1, if not less. Anyway, I'm going to take it for the pro. Also, you can get the tokens as well, the dual avatar spirit tokens. These came in OTS 14. Unfortunately, we've got no more locals, at least for a month. So, yeah, you probably want to pick those up while you can. You are going to need 5 of these if you want to keep them dual avatar themed, basically. So we'll start off with the main deck. Of course, you're going to be playing 3 of the Yuri. Is it Yuri? Or Yuhai? Yuhi. You play 3 of the Yuhi, and you play 3 of the Koku. So you basically got your fists and your feet. So Konami know that most people like feet, so they did a card that's called feet, but didn't actually show pictures with their feet. So anyway, but I still think it should have been fists and kicks. I think fists and kicks sounds so much better, but that's my personal opinion. Anyway. So Yuhi, you can target 1 dual avatar monster you control, destroy it, including himself, and if you do, add 1 dual avatar spell from your deck to your hand. If a face-up dual avatar fusion monster or monsters you control that was fusion summoned using an effect monster as material is destroyed by battle on an opponent's card effect while this card is in the graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. So they recycle themselves, which is great. You then got dual avatar Koku. If it is normal or special, you add 1 dual avatar trap from your deck to your hand. During your opponent's turn, if a face-up dual avatar monster or monsters you control, except itself, is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from the hand, then you can apply this effect. Destroy 1 dual avatar monster you control, and if you do, special summon 1 dual avatar fusion monster from your extra deck. So it gives you another quick play fusion. So you max out on these. Obviously they're the only monsters that we have right now for the art type in the main deck, so playing 3 and 3 is kind of what you need to do. Yuhi is a little bit better right now, but Koku gets better once we get the new cards in dual Blazing Vortex. Then of course you've got room for hand traps, so you can play any hand traps you want. At the moment we've got triple Ash, we've got triple Nibiru. We do also play triple Imperm further down the line, which can be swapped out for Veilers and Ogres if you're going on a bit more of a budget. It is mainly a going first deck, so these can easily be cut out for Veilers, like I said, or Ogres. If you've got droplets, if you've got tactical talents, anything like that, you can kind of put those in as another alternative as well. So maxing out on the hand trap options where it's all possible. Moving on to the spells, you've got the best spell card, and this is actually really cheap. Like these are going for like £5 on tier 0, guys. So, or a little bit more, like £8, but with our discount code you get them cheaper. Definitely worth picking out. Love the artwork, and the card effect's actually really sick. So discard 1 card, and if you do, special summon as many dual avatar spirit tokens as possible. Now again, the idea is you can get this off of Yuhi. Yuhi can destroy himself to add this card, and as long as you've got a discard fodder, off you go. It also counts as a fusion spell. So you special summon as many dual avatar spirit tokens as possible. Also for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters. All tokens you control cannot be tributed and are destroyed during the end phase after summoning these tokens. You can apply these effects up to twice. Fusion summon 1 dual avatar fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. Now it stops you going into the extra deck to get out fusion monsters. Doesn't stop you special summoning stuff like Dogmaticas if you wanted to bump it up that way. And it doesn't stop you playing Dangers as well, so the discard follow off of this and all the other cards can actually help extend your board, but you're going to be flooding your board, so Dogmatica is probably going to be your more logical option. So that's it for probably the best spell in the deck, in my opinion. So good. So they can go to one side. You've then got Triple Fusion Deployment. I actually love this card. This card is so good. So you reveal 1 fusion monster in your extra deck and special summon from your hand or deck 1 of your fusion materials specifically listed on it. You can't special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters. So again, locking yourselves in the fusion, so the synergy lock is not like, it's not the end of the world. Like, you're already doing it anyway. Plus this counts as 9 copies. So it 6 copies. So this counts as an additional 3 feet or additional 3 fists. So you've always got the options there. I'm really considering more about the Dogmatica now until I see something that specifically says locking you out of the extra deck. You then play Triple Perfect Sync Aeon. So when this card is activated, you can add 1 dual avatar monster. Wow, we've now got 9 ways of getting into, or 9 copies of each of the dual avatars. Nice. If you try a dual avatar monster, avatar effect monster, you can special on 1 dual avatar spirit token, Warrior, Light, hello, this one here. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck again for the rest of the turn except fusion monsters. Only use the effect of Perfect Sync Aeon once per turn. So again, going with that Dogmatica engine, if you were to put a small Dogmatica engine in here, you could then use and abuse stuff like Construct a lot quicker. You can use Schisms to Winder as well, and you're just going to cause your opponent a lot of issues. Triple Supply Squad, like, you're destroying a lot of your cards, so being able to get the additional draw is always going to be good. Especially in the end phase when your tokens are getting popped, you just go, okay, cool, draw. But again, this can, if you're going to swap, this is an easy out for the Dogmatica engine. Double Dual Avatar Defeating Evil, one Called by the Grave. I actually really like Dual Avatar Defeating Evil. So you target one Dual Avatar monster you control on one card your opponent controls, destroy them, then if you destroyed a Dual Avatar Fusion monster, you can apply the following effects. Draw one card or banish one card your opponent controls. So it becomes like a time pendulum graph in a sense. You pop one of yours and you can technically end up popping two of your opponents, or you're going to get a draw, so you get to replace what you're discarding and destroying. Then you've got the one Reinforced with the Army and the one Terraforming because they are all warriors. And the Terraforming to get your field spell, because we all saw how good Perfect Sync Aeon is, to give you that additional token as well, gives you straight away instant fodder to fuse. We then got Triple Imperm, probably the best hand trap in the game right now. Harder to deal with, Caught by the Grave, really causes a lot of issues, and 9 out of 10, when you drop an Imperm on your opponent, that's it, game over. Not game over, but at least turnover. Triple Dual Avatar Compact, again, this is a card you can probably sacrifice down if you were to play the Dogmatica engine. So during the main phase, banish one Dual Avatar spell or trap from your graveyard, accept itself. This card's effect becomes that spell or trap effect when this card is activated. So you basically, take it easy guys, you basically have the ability to flood your board during your opponent's turn. You get to flood your board during your opponent's turn with tokens if you banish the Invitational. But again, this is why I'm saying that a card like this, if you're going to cut down the Avatar Compact, you can also cut down Trap Trick. Purely because that's where the Dogmatica engine will then come into play. We've then got double Dual Avatar Return, so you target one Dual Avatar monster in your graveyard, special summon it, then if its original level is 4 or lower, you can special summon one Dual Avatar Spirit token. So again, it's just another way to recur your resources, give yourself a token plus a monster, which is giving you instant fusion material to go into your fusion monsters. So, the fusion monsters, okay, we start off with double Dual Avatar Empowered Conviol. Apologies if I brutalize this. This one specifically needs Dual Avatar Fist Yuhi. The other one that we get in Blazing Vortex will require you to have Kokyu. But basically, if this card battles, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. If this card attacks, after damage calculation, you can return one monster your opponent controls to the hand. When your opponent's spell or trap card or effect is activated that targets this card on the field, while you control 2 or more fusion monsters, quick effect, negate the activation, and you can only use the effect once per turn. So the idea is that with this is that you're supposed to attack, destroy a monster, and then bounce a monster. So the ability, is it non-target? Yeah, so it's non-target. So it's another way of getting rid of a weaker monster and then bouncing back a card that can't be destroyed or can't be targeted, which is really nice. Triple Dual Avatar Fist Armored Eagle. So 2 Dual Avatar monsters, so this is where you can use 2 of the tokens, easy done. If this card is special summoned, you target 1 attack position monster your opponent controls, destroy it, boom, nice. Also, this card cannot attack directly for the rest of the turn. You can only use the effect once per turn. While you control a Dual Avatar Fusion monster that was fusion summoned using an effect monster as material, all Dual Avatar Fusion monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. So, again, if you've gone into, if you're lucky enough, you should be able to end your turn on this and this, or sometimes you can end the board on the Ultra, this one, and this one as well. So again, 2 Dual Avatar monsters. If a Dual Avatar Fusion monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy 1 Dual Avatar monster you control instead. During the main phase, if you control a Dual Avatar Fusion monster that was fusion summoned using an effect monster, quick effect, you can target 1 face-up monster special summoned from the extra deck, negate its effect until the end of this turn. So again, if you're able to fuse this during your opponent's turn, and you have an effect one that was used with an effect monster or even herself, you'll be able to straight away go negate during your opponent's turn. So that's it for the fusions. Now onto the link monsters. We've got the 1 Gravity Controller, because if you make a fusion in your extra monster zone, you can bounce it out for Gravity Controller. You've got your IP Masquerina. Again, if you're able to actually produce the tokens during your opponent's turn and have an IP Masquerina, then she can use those tokens. I think it locks you into fusions actually, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, ignore that. Nightmare Phoenix. alongside Nightmare Unicorn, your Transcode Talker, and then this is where the money comes in Access Code Talker and a Borosword Dragon. Now, if you wanted to play the Shaddoll version, that's where more of your fusions are coming in, but to be totally honest, looking through this deck now, this isn't my personal deck, this is Rob's deck. He's done really well with it recently, he's still updating it and tweaking it around. But what I would probably be looking into now, rather than going full Shaddolls, is I'd definitely put in the Dogmatica engine, and then I would cut some of this down. I would probably go like, let's say a Winder, 2 Constructs, 1 Apocalypse, and then you definitely have a Schism in the main deck, and then you can probably play with an IP, a Nightmare Phoenix, and Access Code, or not even Access Code like a Borosword or a Unicorn, just to give you that fodder to deal with. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the dual avatar profile. I hope you like this idea. I hope you like this kind of version of it. I'm certainly going to be looking into making my own version. It's definitely a deck that I recommend picking up. I think everything is really, really cheap. The fact that the secret is so cheap right now as well, it's definitely worth, like, if you like the idea, you like the art type, you like the way it spams tokens and fusion monsters, it's very, very nice to kind of play around with and put together. So I would definitely be looking at picking this deck up if I were you guys. Especially, sadly, going into a second lockdown, all the cards will come cheaper. Like I said, Invitationals are around about £5, and the Imparating Yugioh, again, is very, very cheap. So you can probably pick up a core like this for like 50 quid, if not less. And then you're pretty much set for Blazing Vortex, and you have a really cool warrior deck to play around with if you're a fusion fan. And then if you have Dogmaticas or Shaddolls, you can mix them into it and do even better. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Please smash the like button, get this to at least 50 likes, and I'll do a test stand video, and I'll also show you the updated Dogmatica version. So please hit that goal, and then by hitting that goal, I will reward you guys, showing your support to the channel for a particular deck like this with additional content. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, guys, as absolutely always, stay safe and happy dueling.